What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, another app game coming to you, a little bit of a better one. It's Jurassic World, the game, ladies and gentlemen. A game that is so influential to me, and it helped me get into the Jurassic Park series. And it's a game that I've been playing now for over 6 years consecutively. Built up the park, gotten all the max creatures, well, a lot of them, not all of them, and played through all the battles and built the park and done all there is to do. Today, I wanted to talk about my experiences with the game and give it a full-on review. And let me tell you, this game has went through a lot of expansions and updates and remodels and all this stuff over the course of its history, and some of it's been for the good. Getting more dinosaurs, expanding adding how far you could expand, getting more buildings, hybrids for the most part I think were pretty good, and increasing what kind of battles you can do. And then there's some stuff like getting rid of the base packs, the mystery packs, which are still technically there. Common, rare, super rare, legend, like changing those up, that was not a great idea. They went through some phases where they were like trying to get it higher rendered and it was just not working correctly, and you throw all these different dinosaurs and the tournament creatures, and those trying to get up, and then like super hybrids, and the second island bringing Sorna and the bosses, and there's some good from that, some bad. I do like the boss idea, maybe not it going like where you just go into as far as you can, but it always wins, because I don't know about that. I don't really like that. But and then super hybrids, yeah, they're okay. I mean, I guess they were pretty inevitable with the Indoraptor and that portion of the movie having to work into the game. That kind of stuff. It falls into some other kind of creatures that they may get, but and then the bosses coming into the game that you can use, they're okay. And this SDNA thing, it does get pretty complicated. As somebody who's played it from the beginning, it does get complicated, and you really can't cover everything in the game. You really just have to pick and choose what kind of area you want to focus on. You just want to focus on getting all the base creatures maxed and having a cool looking park and aesthetically pleasing. Do you want to have the best stats? Do you want to have the best static dinosaurs? Do you not care what your park looks like? You just want to be good at the game? Do you want to have somewhere in between? Have stats like I have dinosaurs with good stats. Okay, there's going to be a point in the game where you're going to have a dinosaur so good that you're just going to win every battle. Now the cooldowns, which I'll get to in a minute, do take a little bit of effect on that, but with the daily battles, you're probably gonna be fine. Now I will say the missions in this game, I am thankful that they aren't canon, because they used to include characters that were going to be in the Jurassic World movie. Hoskins and Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard was in there. The children are in there. Wu was in there, and there was a few others. And then a couple of characters that we didn't see in the movie that were just for some special missions and stuff. And that was pretty cool. They were talking about stuff that would happen in the park, and then it was kind of tied to the movie, but kind of not. But now it's just all gone batshit crazy. The main characters are not even there anymore. You're just with these 3 random people that are just cycling through the same stories over and over and over again. It's why? That just makes no sense. I've completed all the missions at this point, and so far you can only get to a max level of 99. So be prepared for that. It used to be only 50, and I remember the days when it was 50. Oh, those were the good old days. But what are you gonna do? But moving on, talking about, I think a lot of the dinosaur selections are good. Some things that you're just going to you're gonna have to do. You're going to do. You're gonna get a max T-Rex. You're gonna get the Indominus. You're going to get, all those early game base dinosaurs. You're gonna get hybrids. Like I said, you're probably gonna get Indominus. You're gonna win some battles. You're gonna get a high level. You're gonna do all that kind of stuff. And you're gonna work through the dinosaurs that help this, like the Triceratops, good for the early stage. Mid stage, I'd say a pretty good one would be, I don't know what a good mid stage dinosaur would be. Any of the super rares really would be good. And then even like getting like a legendary early in the game really helps out. And then you're gonna want some high level hybrids to work through the high level hybrids. Eventually getting to the super hybrids, you're probably gonna want to get Indoraptor. You're probably going to want to get Super Kool-Aid. You're probably going to want to get Indominus up there and use those to at the stage where I'm at now. So, but again, it really just depends on where you want to be, because now the game plays down to you, to wherever you are, which is nice. It will usually try and beef up the creatures to your highest level. So what you want is depth. Okay, what you want is depth. You want a good depth level of creatures because they're going to round to your highest level. So if you have something really beefed up all the way up here and the rest of your guys are down here, and this guy's dead, you're fucked. And so they're going to go relentlessly on you. So you want not that to happen. But if you want to go for aesthetics, there's some really cool buildings, really cool decorations. Do a lot of fun events to get more stuff. I think the tournaments, for my opinion, are not that great. They used to be a whole week long. Actually, the very first tournament, the Mosasaur tournament, lasted a whole month. Okay, and that was grinding and grueling. I didn't finish it. I mean, like the Brachiosaurus tournament, like the tournaments are rigged so where you have to play, and the bots catch up to you quicker than you can win. You win less you seem to win less trophies. The prizes are worse. The battles are harder. There's more battles you have to do. And they do some randomize what tournaments you get. Like divisions are locked, so you could be in a common division, like the low division, and have to use your top tier creatures just to have to pass. And it completely takes away from like the competition level of these tournaments, and it really sucks. But enough of my rambling on that one. But the tournaments used to be okay. I mean, there were some good creatures that they put in there, and I really wish they'd put them somewhere else. And they put some good creatures in as well that have been only pay to get. So it's again another cash grab. They've done a lot of cash grabbing things, which has sucked. Really sucks. But what are you gonna do? I don't know. That really sucks. And they've added a few other stuff to the game to help with that. Like more of the creatures are like becoming more accessible through like special release events to take place after the tournament has concluded. So that's pretty nice. You can do like special surveys or get in a giveaway or that kind of stuff, and they've been able to do that. And that may be your only way to get it, because if you're not high level, you can't compete in these tournaments, and it's hard to get into these tournaments, which really sucks. And the VIP stuff, I think that was their biggest cash grab, was the VIP. Having to get the VIP status, and so that you can only get certain things, you can only do certain things. That, for me, was just a big way of saying, hey, we're struggling for money, buy this. And that really sucks. And I wish they would expand. So that's pretty much all I could say. I definitely like the aquatic. I got the aquatic upgrade. I got the aquatic update. I meant the glacier update. I think was a little bit out there. I don't think that was really necessary to do, but I could see why they did it. But I think at this point they've really ran out of a lot of the big name dinosaurs. I think they've done pretty much all of them at this point. So right now, basically what they're going to do is just add more hybrids, add more glacier creatures, and they're kind of starting to run out of aquatics and glaciers now. So, they really, and the bosses, there's only so many bosses that you could do and stuff. So I feel like it's had an amazing run. It's by far my favorite app game of all time. It's really intriguing. It's really fun to get into. It's cool to play. Just to get your friends into it, and you guys can compare your parks and get your dinosaurs upgraded, have good discussions. And so I think it's had a long run. I just don't know how much longer it will go. This next movie, the last movie, will definitely help get the game back going a little bit. but I don't think it's gonna keep it going forever. I do see it not being around after next 3 to 4 years, and that's being generous. It could be done shortly after the movie, but I see it lasting until at least the end of 2022, and then probably being discontinued after that. Especially with its predecessor, Jurassic Park builder, shutting down a few years ago. I just don't see it being around that much longer. But I'm going a little bit off tangent there with my review. For my final score, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's not as much of a cash grab as some of the other AF games that I've played. It's definitely more intriguing for me because it got me in, and it's definitely a little bit more on the soft side of me, and I guess all of me is soft, but you get what I mean. And that's pretty much going to be it for my video game review here. So I recommend getting the game. It's free. It's got a lot of content for you to do at the beginning, especially now with all the stuff they've added. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, I think it's not going to last a lot longer because of the Jurassic World Evolution games 1 and 2. So people are kind of deriving towards those because those are more realistic, and they're on console, and so not as much of a cash grab and that sort of stuff. So that's going to do it for this brain freeze video game review, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.